Bro, Hollywood P reacts.
What's good, YouTube? It's your dude Hollywood P back again for another video. Now, as always, folks, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also turn on your post notifications so that you stay up to date with all of my latest uploads. All right, guys, we're back once again, and today we will be discussing something that you guys have been hitting me up over and over and over about. And that is about this whole Cinco and LaLa situation, and also DDG and India Love situation. You guys feel like since the last time I made a video about both of these couples, things have changed, and you guys want to know pretty much the real current status of what's going on, because you guys have seen all these videos where they seem like they're touchy-feely, they're sitting on each other's laps, they're grabbing each other's body parts, they're rubbing legs and butts and everything. But it's like they claiming that they're not together, they're not doing this and not doing that. So I'm going to explain and break down what's really going on, guys, allegedly. All right, so as we know, Cinco and LaLa have been pretty much inseparable since the moment that they met. You know what I'm saying? It's like it started when DDG did this whole thing with Seven and LaLa at the DDG mansion, and LaLa was able to meet both Seven and LaLa. Then it went from there to the cabin trip. That's where I think Cinco was trying to not really wine and dine LaLa, but he bought her some Baccarat, perfume, Baccarat Rouge perfume and stuff like that. And, and he's just been kind of just slowly I guess, growing on her. But then there's been moments when LaLa, screams out, "I'm single, I'm not dating anybody, da 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 da." And then she turns around and make a video with Cinco, hugged up, he grabbing on her and stuff like that. We're like, wait, didn't they go to prom? He's grabbing on her butt and stuff. He's like, okay, so what is this? And the same thing with DDG and India Love. We see him, they buying each other gifts. There is no space for nobody else to come in. So how are you not, messing around with each other or closed off or whatever? No, we're just friends. What guy would come in between DDG and India Love and try to actually be in a relationship with her when you see all this stuff going on the internet? He's buying her big time gifts, taking her on trips, rubbing on her legs. No, you guys are in a relationship, whether you know it or not. That's what the parasocial community is saying, right? Who can get in between Cinco and LaLa? Look at him. Look at the video. She's screaming out, "I'm single." Who gonna get it? Who gonna have their girl sitting on Cinco lap? How can you holler at LaLa knowing that this gonna happen at the end of the night? You know what I'm saying? So, no, guys, you guys are in a situationship for sure. But let's dissect this to where it makes sense. Okay, so the reason why LaLa and India Love are not saying they're in a relationship, and DDG screaming out, "I'm not in a relationship," and this and that, because they know that if they close off the situations and make it known to the public, then that means that the content that they want to make and that they're known to make money for them, it would be gone because it wouldn't be believable. So if you see Cinco doing content with like Brooklyn Queen and stuff like that, not saying that he didn't, do what he did with that, but I'm just saying you wouldn't believe it because it's like, well, he's currently in a situation with LaLa and they're together, so this is fake. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is just for content. But they want to kind of like put on the act, like actors do, and make it where it's kind of confusing to the audience. It's like, okay, so we know you're with LaLa, but why are you over here with Brooklyn Queen or these other girls? Because they can't stop the bag. If Cinco was to say, okay, it's just me and LaLa, now he's stuck with just LaLa to make content. You understand what I'm saying? So he kind of like shuts off 85% of content that he could be creating, but he'd be in a relationship. Even though they are in a situationship, 2 months ago, they was in a situationship. Now things have changed. LaLa and Cinco are closed off, allegedly. If you watch Love Island, you know what closed off means. It means that nobody coming in between. They together. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though there's no, I guess, official title on what they have, We don't even need one. We got eyes. You know what I'm saying? We know what's up. And the same thing with DDG and India Love. DDG, and I always tell you guys this every time, DDG, of course, has all this stuff going on with his baby mama and Halo and all this other stuff and these court dates. That's one reason on his end on why, you know, he don't want to make it known to the public on what's really going on. But behind the scenes, we know what's up. Everybody is paired up. Cinco, LaLa. You know what I'm saying? Dub, Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? India Love, DDG. Like, they're paired up. You get what I'm saying? So it's just to the public, they don't want to mess up the content creation ideas. You know, DDG's got a whole love show coming out. India Love knows about the love show, and she said it herself. She said DDG is free to do what he wants to do, but he's not stupid. He don't want to do anything. Like, as soon as, okay, you guys remember when Max did his little love show and DDG was paired up with a girl named Deja. But when Max put India Love on FaceTime, when he was like laying up on Deja, he jumped up. He said, hey man, you got to realize this is content, bro. People got real lives outside of this. So he was letting you know that, listen, we got an agreement that I can collab with other girls and stuff like that because I got to make this money. You know what I'm saying? I got to stay entertaining. I can't shut off my entertainment and just kind of like lock in with India Love when India Love can't always be with DDG. You know what I'm saying? She's got to travel. She's got to do her, you know, her bookings. She's getting booked on different little campaigns here and hostings in different cities. So it's not like it's a YouTube channel, like a couples channel. You know what I'm saying? Twitch is like IRL. You know what I'm saying? People have real lives outside of this. With YouTube, people can make 10 videos in a week and upload them here and there, so you think it's happening in real time. But really, it was filmed 2 months ago. So people can really go about behind the scenes and do what they want to do for the rest of the day. Like, they can take trips or whatever and film that, then put that out the next month. You get what I'm saying? But with Twitch, it's different. Everything is in real time. You know what I'm saying? Once you hit that go live button, whether you cough, pick your nose, fall out the chair, it's happening. We see you. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference with streaming versus YouTube. So the reason why they haven't necessarily announced that everything is closed off, but they give subtle hints like, listen, ain't no man coming in between LaLa and J Cinco. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to say, you know, LaLa says she's single, so I'm going to go ahead and take her out on the date. For her to come back and do this at nighttime, laying up on Cinco on stream, and he grabbing on the butt. That's what it is. That's why I say they're pretty much closed off. Like I said, you seen Love Island, you know what closed off means, right? They chose up. This is it. Same thing with DDG and India Love. Ain't no man coming in between who, if you're already successful, if you're already a successful man and you had an opportunity to be with India Love back in her heyday, you know, in her prime and stuff like that, that's that. Where she's at now, her and DDG got this thing going on. If you get in between Moodia, you crazy, because she gonna still be collabing with DDG. He gonna be hugging up on her, grabbing on her butt, making her twerk on him. What man gonna get in between that? They are closed off. Ain't nobody getting in between India Love and DDG. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to use your common sense. When they say they're not in a relationship, well, okay. If you was showing yourself as available, why would you be all up on another man with matching shirts on, shopping for him while you shopping? Ain't nobody gonna holler at you. You are done. You are DDG's woman. You know what I'm saying? This is Moodia. And with J Cinco and LaLa, that's La Cinco. I made that up. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and, you know, you heard it here first, folks. La Cinco. La Cinco and Moodia. They together. Whether they tell you that they not together, whatever, nobody in their right mind will try to get in between these two couples. If I see LaLa at a gas station, I'm like, let me slide up on her. For what? For what? She's with Cinco. She gonna be sitting on his lap. She gonna be sleeping in his bed. He gonna be touching on her, grabbing on her. Ain't no point. It's over with. You ain't gonna be able to get in between that. Same thing with DDG and India Love. India Love might talk a good game and say she's not with DDG. But what man gonna walk up to her like, yo, India, can I get your number? And then trying to stay on the phone with her throughout the day, like talking to her and texting her sweet things. Like, for what? DDG got her taking her on a trip. You know what I'm saying? She going to Ibiza. You're closed off. It's over. Parasocialism or not, this is real. You know what I'm saying? We seen it in real time. This ain't no make-believe. Now, like I said, the game show, the love show, that's fake. That's fake. But DDG put so much money to this love show that he don't want to, like, make it look like, okay, you know he with India Love, and I got these girls going from, you know, Atlanta. He out here in Cali. He gonna start here, and then I think he getting somebody from Detroit and just different cities, Chicago or whatever. Nobody's gonna believe the show if he can't make it where it looks like he's not with India Love. But we know what's up. You know what I'm saying? We know what's up. India Love is even pushing back her content house to give room for DDG's show. And you know why? So she won't be distracted with the content house. She gonna watch this Love show. She gonna make sure ain't nothing pop off. You know what I'm saying? That's her man, allegedly. And same thing, like I said, with Cinco. Cinco and LaLa are together. No matter what they tell you, they closed off. Behind the scenes, at nighttime, when they out holding hands, walking through the city, downtown LA and stuff like that, they together. She be at, like I say, India be at DDG house all the time. What man gonna holler at India Love and think she gonna be faithful to him when she involved with DDG like this? Look at them. Look at them. She was just at his house like 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video there. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Also, turn on your post notifications. And as always, folks, as always, holla back at your boy. Peace.